So, for today's discussion, we'll be talking about a basic but unique topic, which is all about the vegetables cut. So, to formally start our discussion, let me state the learning objectives. At the end of the lesson, the students should be able to value the importance of basic vegetables cuts, classify the basic vegetable cutting techniques, and apply and practice the various vegetable cuts used in some dishes. Vegetable cutting is a fundamental skill in cooking and food preparation. It involves transforming raw vegetables into various shapes and sizes to enhance their visual appear, texture, and cooking characteristics. The way vegetables cut can significantly impact the overall appearance, taste, cooking time of the dish. The cutting technique employed for vegetables depends on the recipe requirements, the desired presentation, and the cooking methods being used. Different cuts can create diverse textures, promote even cooking, and allow for better flavor absorption. There are a few basic skills that making cooking every day that much simpler, like mise en place and knife skills. For example, the term mise en place literally translates to put things in their place, and this tells you everything you need to know about getting yourself organized in the kitchen. The way vegetables cuts can vary depending on the cooking style and can actually make a huge difference in the cooking time as well as the taste of the dish. So now let's talk about the science behind chopping vegetables. First, flavorful food begins with properly cut produce. Chopping or slicing make a big difference in the way vegetables taste. Experts say that it turns out that size, texture, and shape all influence the way your taste buds perceive food. Next, we have aroma and flavor. Aroma contributes to the flavor. Different cuts can make certain fruits and vegetables smell differently. Third, follow the recipe and precisely cut your produce. You really do need to follow our recipe's direction to precisely cut the produce because the cut really does affect not only the cooking process but the flavor, texture, and aroma. But there is also something less tangible that goes beyond what your taste buds pick up. When we talk about cuts, we also think about ultimately what will give the dish appeal, and that is something the right cuts will do. They add the unspoken, enjoyable quality to the flavor or texture of the food we enjoy. And lastly, size matters. The size of the cut will also affect the cooking time. It keeps its shapes and texture. The smaller the vegetable, the more the cooking method will sink in. This brings to mention that the cut will also affect the texture, and some experts believe that affects our perception of flavor. A more rounded cut vegetable will have a more succulent feel in the mouth than a square cut one. A square cut vegetable will have a more toothsome or rugged feel. So now let's proceed to the different types of cut to know when it comes to vegetable preparation. So first we have baton. Baton, a larger or thicker version of julienne and jardiniere cut. A baton usually measures about 1.5 by 5 cm. Sticks of vegetables are approximately 5 cm long and 5 mm wide and 5 mm thick. This is used as an accompaniment. So next, we have tourne. A rather 70s cut, the tourne shape resembles a football and is usually thumb length. This may sound simple enough, but the cut always needs 7 sides. This technique is used to turn vegetables into a barrel shape. It is used on carrot, potatoes, or squash that provide a distinctive and consistent to the food items being served. This is used to enhance the appearance of the food, when they are served as part of the main course. Next, we have julienne. Julienne is a French culinary knife cut technique in which food items are cut into long, thin strips similar to a matchstick. This technique is often used for salad ingredients and for grain veggies. Now we have fine brunoise, an even finer dice measuring in at 1.5 mm. Brunoise is a French cooking term meaning cutting vegetables into small cubes or precise and uniform measurement. This technique is used to cut vegetables into fine dice. The food should be first julienned and turned a quarter and diced again to create 1.5 mm cubes. So next we have oblique. Just as in French, this knife cut is cutting vegetables diagonally into obliques. Next we have medium dice or parmentier. Medium dice is the same style cut as large dice, just slightly smaller, around 1.5 cm. Next we have pisane. Pisane refers to a thinly sliced cut and is often the same shape as the vegetable. For example, a carrot might be cut into thin round slices. Think of slicing vegetables on a mandoline to help visualize how a pisane cut would be. So, pisane is a French term that means country style, indicating that this is a rougher, more informal cut than other more precise cuts that exist in French cooking. Pisane cut contains of slices of vegetables about 1 mm thick. And lastly, we have rondelle. As the name suggests, a rondelle cut is when the vegetable is cut into circular rounds or discs. In order for you to know the different type of cuts, I have provided a video that shows the procedures on how to do it and to familiarize which type of cuts it is. So, are you ready? So, let's get started. So, do you have any questions or clarifications? So, if there's none, for your activity, I want you to research the remaining vegetables cut from the internet and then demonstrate at least 2 types of cuts through a video. Is that clear? Okay. I hope that's all for today. I hope that you learned something.